Today's rapid fire round is with Dhrutik Shankar, the author of The Hour of Life. Welcome to my show, Dhrutik.
Hi, Ayushi.
Hello. So, today, are you ready for the rapid fire round?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. So, whatever answer that pops up first in your mind, you have to answer accordingly. Okay?
Okay, yeah, sure.
So, the favorite place to write?
Favorite place to write? It's my home.
So, in home, where do you like to write specifically?
I like to write in my room.
So, in your room, do you have a specific desk or something, or do you prefer to write on your sitting on your bed?
I have a study desk, so I usually sit there and with my laptop and I write.
Okay, you prefer typing then?
Yeah, I prefer typing.
That's great. Because I'm one of those persons who prefer writing stuffs. I'm like old school people, so.
Yeah. My handwriting is really not that good, so that's why I prefer typing. So that's better.
A book you wished you had written?
Shiva Trilogy.
Okay, you are a fan of then Amish Tripathi, I'm presuming.
Yeah, Amish Tripathi. Yeah, I love his books. The way he writes, I mean, he's taken the Indian literary industry to another level, and it's really great.
Yeah, like the fantasy he has involved into Indian mythology, that's very good. Very well written.
Yeah.
I myself like the first two books of Shiva trilogy, but I'm not a fan of the third book a lot. Like that's really extended a lot.
Yeah, but still, I like all of his books. Even Shiva Trilogy, Ramchandra series. So his writing is completely different compared to whatever the Indian writers write. He's got a unique style of writing, and the way he expresses, it's really interesting.
Yes, like the way he builds up the world, that's very good.
Yeah.
So, would you rather write prose or would you rather write poetry?
Poetry.
Why poetry?
I don't know. Like I really love writing poetry. So if you have some thought or you have any feelings or anything, so I feel that I can write it through poetry. Sometimes you can I can convey a story through a poetry as well. And I feel, I don't know, whenever I write, the people who have read my poetry also said it's really good. There's something unique kind of feeling when I write poetry.
I have read few of your poems and they're really good, like really good.
Thank you.
I have read the few poems of our class, and the combination it has of prose and poetry, that's very good. So that is why I was curious to know. But if you had to write either prose or poetry throughout your life, what would you write? So
thank you. I really love poetry.
Okay. How is your writing schedule? Do you prefer keeping a fixed time span every day, or is it on your mood? It's very random. Like randomly you write whenever you are in a frenzy to write.
I don't have a fixed schedule as such. So whenever I get the thought to when I am sitting and thinking something, so if I get the thought of a unique chapter or a unique scene or anything, I just sit down and I just write. I don't have a fixed schedule or anything like that. It just flows.
Okay, let's go to the next question. Favorite topics you like to ponder upon?
Favorite topics, I like writing and reading thriller novels. So there's unique build-up in the story, that suspense that carries the entire story together. So I really like writing and reading such a genre.
That's cool, because I personally don't usually drift towards thriller and all, but I have read few and I love them because they keep you on the edge of the seat. So that's fun to read.
That's something which even I really like. So whenever you're reading a story, so if we get to know if it's predictable, at some point of time you usually feel bored and you just lose interest in completing the book. But if it's a thriller, you have that interest built up. So okay, what is going to happen next? What is going on? So you keep guessing and you keep reading. So that keeps you intrigued throughout.
Yes, that's true. Your favorite author?
My favorite author is Amish Tripathi and Chetan Bhagat.
Okay. I am personally a fan of Amish Tripathi, not Chetan Bhagat. I have actually not read any of his books. So, no.
You've not read any Chetan Bhagat book?
No. I might someday, but I don't think it's happening in near future anytime soon.
Yeah, his books are also good. I mean, his writing style is completely different. So it's not more like a novel kind. So his writing is basically based on movies, like how you read a Bollywood movie script or anything.
Yeah.
But still, there's something uniqueness in whichever he tells his stories. So even through his fiction, he tries to depict a few of the issues in as well. So his writing style is different and it's engaging. So you will not get bored. Like I personally don't get bored when I read his books.
Okay.
It's like watching a Bollywood movie.
Can you tell a thriller writer that you love reading? Can you name like your
Thriller
favorite
writing.
thriller writer?
I usually read more of Indian novels, so I like Nobanil Chakrabarti a lot. I mean, his Stranger trilogy, I really love it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's cool because I have heard a lot, but I have not yet picked that book up. So because as I told you, I'm not so much into thriller. So
You can read Stranger trilogy, so it's not like regular typical type of thriller. So it's a unique style of writing. So it has a unique storyline, and you can't guess like what's gonna happen. So it's a unique, different kind of book. You must give it a try once.
okay, I'll surely give it a try. I'm sure our audience, whoever will be watching, will be eager to add it to their TBR list, like to be read list. So let's see. Uh, the worst author.
Sorry.
Worst author, according to you, who is the worst author? Like the worst author you have ever read?
I can't call any author as worst because writing is usually difficult, and each writer has their own vision and is their own writing style. So I don't think I can name a worst writer if anyone has said.
Still, any one particular author that you did not enjoy reading?
No, I don't want to take names because
Come on,
writing is really difficult.
no one will take offense. Like no offense to any of the authors who will be named over here. So, any author you did not enjoy reading?
Enjoy reading as such. I didn't like Nikita Singh's book as much, so I've not read most of the books. I just read a few books, and in that I didn't like it much. So I felt it was a bit dragged and carried only the same emotion of love. And probably some teenage people would really love that book, but for me, like when I read it, I didn't really like that.
You found her very repetitive.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. A book that is your all-time favorite.
Book which is all-time favorite. I like Ramachandra series as well, Shion of Ishwaki. So I really like that. So so you should read that. So it's based on Ramayana. So I usually, from as a childhood, I've read Ramayana a lot, and I really love that epic. So the way Amish has written it in his own words, in his own world, the way he's created Rama, I think it's really good. I really love that.
Okay. I have to start reading that book because I'm personally waiting for the 4th book to come out and the series to get over with. Then I'll just binge read the whole thing. That is, I'm waiting for him to complete the whole book.
Oh, you want to read all the series together, so you don't want to wait until the next book is out.
Yeah, I hate waiting for the books.
Yeah, that is also there. So usually I do that same for whenever I watch some TV series. Usually they have one season per year or anything. So I really don't want to wait to the next episode. I usually wait until all the seasons are out and then I binge watch it together.
First of all, it's very frustrating, and second, the wait, after waiting a year, most of the stories just vanished out of my mind. I won't remember any of the details. So when you binge watch the whole thing or when you binge read the whole series, that's like fresh in your mind. That is why I prefer binge watching than reading the whole thing. Like you enjoy the story more. For me, the worst book that you have ever.
Worst book. Not gonna call it as worst book. So I've read, as I mentioned, there's one book called as Letters to My Ex. So the concept was unique, but I didn't like that much. So it was just a repetitive, just a letters that goes to and fro's, and I didn't like it that much.
The name's interesting, but as you have said that you did not like it much then, so I think it was the same.
Yeah, I didn't like it, but yeah, others might like it. So it's basically a romantic genre itself, but still I felt there was no whenever I read something, whenever I read a novel, so I expect a lot of story in it or something that has to keep me intrigued to complete the book. So when I read that, so I started reading it. The first few chapters sounded interesting, the way they started it, but as it progressed, so I felt it was kind of boring and was getting repetitive, and there was no there's no uniqueness or there's no novelty in that concept. So then I got bored of it. Then I stopped it. So I couldn't even finish the book as well.
Okay, I get it, because sometimes that same repetitive genre gets boring and it's not worth reading it. So I get that.
Yeah, that happens, especially when you read these romantic books. Everyone has their own they keep try to tell the same thing, but they have their own. They change few characters and everything, and they read. So once you read one or two books in that same genre, so if you feel that okay, there's nothing new in that, you feel bored about it.
That is why I prefer, I don't really read two books from the same author like consecutively. There are very rare kind of authors who can, offer say different things, maybe different genre and style of writing. So whenever I can't consecutively read an author twice, like it's very difficult. Like if I've read one Amish Tripathi book, like maybe the series, I'll wait few years after I get back to the same author, until and unless he's my favorite. Like maybe like for instance, Sudha Murthy is one of my favorite authors, like Indian authors. So I prefer reading her book, like at least two books a year I will definitely read from her. But otherwise I don't usually read repeat authors.
Yeah, actually that happens. So whenever we read the same books by the same author, so there's some kind of repetitiveness or their writing style or anything. So sometimes when you start reading it again and again, say all the same books together, so we feel bored. Okay, there's nothing new in this or anything.
Yeah.
So usually we feel that, and many authors, and especially they stick to their own particular genre, so they don't move out of their genre and they don't write.
So would you?
Me as a writer,
like to...
what I
Continue.
Yeah. So me as a writer, so what I feel is that whenever I want to write, so I want to write a complete different genre. So it should not be repetitive. So whatever you read from my last book, whatever you read from the next book, so it should be completely different. There should not be any similarities in that. So I'm trying to do that. So first book which I wrote was a romantic fiction novel. So I stepped out of that and I've written this book, which is Hour of Life, which is a unique, it's completely different kind of book. It does not have any similarity to that. So from that, the next time writing a thriller novel, so it's completely different from that. There's no love story at all in that. Something like that. I want to experiment with my book. So any reader who wants to read my book, so they shouldn't feel that okay, I've read this book and I know what this this writer can write or what is his ideas or. So I want to keep experimenting and give different books to my readers.
Oh, that is really good. Can you tell our audiences that what the Hour of Life is about? Can you tell something about the book to the audience?
Yes, Hour of Life is a story of father and daughter. So this has something called which I call it as parallel writing. So there's two stories that runs in parallel. So one is the story of the father and daughter. So the daughter is in a deathbed, and the bond which builds between the father and the daughter and the mother, that runs in the parallel in the story. And along with that, there's a story of life. So I try to depict the entire life of this book. Like suppose if we have like various aspects of life, various people in the life. So there'll be friends, we have our families, we have our relatives, cousins, and our love. And there's even in life we have faced various difficulties. Something called as some of our defects such as anger or everything. So I try to put up all this together and try to take you on a journey of life. So there's this parallel storytelling that goes around. So one would be the story between the father and daughter, their story, how they build, how their bond gets built, and there's this parallel story of life. So how this life is and how we do it, right from our childhood till our death, and there's one chapter even after death as well. So I tried to use this unique concept of parallel storytelling, and I've written this book. So it's a unique kind of experiment from my end. So I'm waiting to see how my readers feel about the book.
I'm really excited. I have received the arc from Tushti and I'm so glad. And I actually started reading the book, and I went through 2 chapters, like the prologue and the 2 chapters, and it is so interesting. Specifically the mixture of poem and this prose is very unique, and I'm pretty excited to read the whole book, and it's pretty short. So I think I will be able to complete in maybe 2 days, within 2 days of time. So can you tell our audience that when is this book available on Amazon?
Yeah, the Kindle version of the book will be available on August 1st, so they can get their copies. So the paperback, we're still working on that, so probably it will be available on August 10th. But you can read the book from August 1st on Amazon Kindle.
So that's really cool. I'm very excited to get hands on that book. Like I'm very excited to teach that, and I want to congratulate you for the release of your book and all the best. I hope that it becomes a bestseller in the first week itself. Let's keep our fingers crossed for that.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm really eager to see the response of my audience. So this is one book which I've written like even this I had written like some 6-7 versions of the book. So finally, after like some 8th version or something, so then we finalized the manuscript on that. So it's been quite a long journey in this book. So I'm really excited and nervous as well to see how my book goes.
For how many months or years have you been trying to write this book? Like,
there are very few pieces, like as you said, this poetry is and small prose and everything. So I've written it in like some various occasions, like poetry on friendship or something. I'd written on friendship day or anything. So I just kept writing few pieces there. So then I started to write. I had this concept of this story which I told you about, the parallel storytelling about the father and daughter. So I tried to start with that. So I started I started this year itself. I started in February. So then after that, we had lockdown. So I had got a lot of time to think about it. So I just used few of the content I used from the previous, and a few I wrote it on my own. So probably I think I started on February, and after that, after lockdown and all, I think I completed the book in around 3 or 4 months. I think from April I completed it.
you
So
must have
even after I completed, even after I completed it, I again I reread the book, and I felt okay, there's few things that are missing. So I changed few chapters and everything. I completely worked on that. So as I mentioned, I had created some 7 to 8 versions of the script. So then we finalized on that.
Wow, that is really good. And that's an immense amount of hard work that you have put in the period of lockdown, and seems like you have actually utilized this period of lockdown, unlike few of us who had been just cooking and eating around. So that's very good.
Yeah, true. Actually, I used to never get time to write. So usually in our day-to-day life, so we usually get busy with our work and other stuff. So we never really get time to write. So since this lockdown, so I was I was sitting at home. So I usually got all those thoughts, and I was able to dedicate amount of time to writing, and finally completed the book.
I'm so glad that you had completed the book. We have something to read in this lockdown. So I really wish you all the best for your book, Dhruv, and I hope it's a bestseller. Would you like to say anything to the audience?
Yeah, thank you, Aishi. So I hope your words become true and my book becomes the bestseller. Yeah, one thing I like to tell the audience is this book is a unique book, and I promise you that once you start reading it, you'll definitely like it, and you will not put down the book. And this is something even in our current scenario and current situation with all this COVID-19 and with all this negativity that is surrounding in our society. So this is one book which will give you positivity about life, what our life is, and what are we doing, how are we living life. So you read this book and you will get to learn few things about life, and you get to enjoy your life, and this is something which you will definitely cherish. This is what I wanted to tell my audience.
The audience would love to read the book. I would request the audience that go and buy this book on Amazon Kindle on 1st of August and pre-order, I would say, the book, paperback edition of the book. I will do that definitely. I'm very sure of that. Thank you, Dhruv, for this rapid fire round and this short interview that we had. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. And that's a wrap for today's video. Thank you guys for watching the video.
Thank you, Aishi. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.